In 1938, Abdullah the mystic placed a line that felt like destiny in the paper, a summon, an invitation for the chosen ones like you to attend and awaken. The lecture was entitled Soul Unfoldment and held at 30 West 72nd Street. People saw the ad the same way you're seeing this now. And deep down, they knew they had to go. Not a choice, a calling. And after attending, their lives were never the same again. Then the ad vanished, like it was never printed. No record, no trace. Until tonight. And what those two words, Soul Unfoldment, unlocked, has been hidden for 87 years. You're about to discover the reality-bending method Abdullah taught behind those doors. A method so exact it didn't just manifest things, it commanded them. Money coming from impossible sources, appearing when logic said it never could. Journeys without tickets. Reality itself, reshaping to match the image within. By the end of this video, you'll unfold your soul. And once you do, you'll stop chasing the life you want, because it will start chasing you. But first, a warning. Once your soul unfolds, it cannot fold again. What Abdullah called soul unfoldment takes the kingdom of heaven within and projects it. The old you dissolves. Your world rearranges completely. This isn't manifestation. This is metamorphosis. Your soul, right now, is folded like a spring. Compressed potential waiting to expand. The money you need. The freedom you crave. The life where you're not struggling anymore. It all exists in your soul. Fully formed. But waiting for you. Waiting inside the fold. Waiting for your soul unfoldment to take place. An unfolded soul no longer reflects the world. It projects its own. An unfolded soul is not light bouncing off the world. It's the source behind the light. After studying under Abdullah for 5 years, Neville Goddard later wrote,
"The kingdom of heaven is within you, and when you find it there, the world outside will mirror it perfectly. It is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. You do not earn it. It's not your due. It's not a reward. It is simply a gift unmerited."
But what happens when that inner kingdom takes over the world around you? The documented stories that followed were remarkable. Students winning lotteries without tickets, debts vanishing overnight, impossible opportunities appearing from nowhere. And tonight, for the first time in 87 years, this method is being unveiled to you. But first, let's see some of the power of the teaching. World War II. Neville Goddard, 38 years old, is drafted into the U.S. Army. His wife and baby daughter left behind in New York. Refusing meant court-martial, prison, disgrace. But Neville knew his real battle wasn't out there. It was within consciousness versus command. For years, he had trained with Abdullah, mastering what he called soul unfoldment, the law that bends the seen world to the unseen self. So he requested discharge from the army, and the request came back stamped disapproved final, no appeal. The decision of a colonel cannot be overturned, not by any higher authority, military or civilian. Most men would have broken. Neville didn't argue. He didn't plead. He went within.
"If I really believe that I am out of the army, what and where would I be? I would be at home, in my place on Washington Square."
Night after night, Neville's physical body may have laid on a military cot surrounded by 50 men. But his consciousness slept in New York.
"I saw my wife asleep in bed, touched the furniture, looked out the window at the Holly Apartments. I brought all 5 senses alive."
He didn't wish to be home. He was home. On the 9th morning, something shifted. A vision.
A sheet of paper appeared before my eyes. A pen scratched out "disapproved" and wrote "approved." Then I heard, "That which I have done, I have done. Do nothing."
Neville didn't speak of it, didn't reapply for discharge. He simply waited, knowing the outer world would bend to match the inner. That same day, the colonel called him in. "Close the door, Goddard. Take a seat." No private ever sat before a colonel. Something in the room had shifted. The colonel felt it, couldn't name it, but couldn't resist it. "Do you still want to get out?" he said to Neville. "Yes, sir." The colonel nodded. "Bring me another application." Neville Goddard was honorably discharged that day.
Knowing exactly what I had done, I knew I was moving towards its objective confirmation, and no power on earth could stop it. 9 days later, the man who disapproved my application gave me an approval.
He didn't move through the battlefield. He moved through the quantum field, and the system bowed. Once your soul unfolds, nothing can keep you caged. Not armies, not debt, not circumstances. Harry's the proof. There's a divine code already unfolding inside you. Pay attention. If every strand of DNA in your body were unfolded and laid end to end, it would stretch from Earth to the Sun and back over 452 times. That's 67 billion miles of divine inscription encoded inside of you. When your DNA unfolds, the body obeys, repairing, healing. When your soul unfolds, reality obeys. Soul Unfoldment pierces the quantum field with one signal. This is who I am. Just as DNA chooses which genes to unfold, your soul chooses which reality to experience. When it's folded, your soul projects randomly. Lucky breaks here and there, then collapses. Soul Unfoldment ends the randomness. It doesn't hope. It selects. It commands. It locks in the frequency permanently, because manifestation isn't about deserving. It's about unfolding. It's your birthright to experience your ultimate manifestations. It was encoded in your soul before you took your first breath.
Let no one frighten you that you've got to earn the kingdom of heaven. You are born with an infinite power against which no earthly force is of the slightest significance. And when it is yours, when you wear that body, the body of the kingdom, everything around you transform. Walk through the desert, and it will blossom like the rose. Stand in a forest of stone, and leaves will return. Enter a world of broken men, and harmony will follow you. The kingdom is within you, and when it unfolds, the world obeys.
Now you understand the power within you. You're ready to unfold your soul. These 3 steps are a code. Miss one, and the unfoldment collapses. They don't work in isolation. They work as one. Pay attention. The first step is already happening within you. Not tomorrow. Now. Step 1. Dissolve. Since you pressed play, over 450 million of your cells have already perished and been replaced. 50 million cells regenerated per minute. Your body knows how to let go and regenerate new. Your soul is waiting for your mind to do the same, to let go of your previous identity. Your folded soul holds the old identity. Your unfolded soul is who you actually are. One must release, so the other can emerge. A star doesn't glow brighter. It collapses completely, then explodes into light. You can't carry poverty into wealth, can't carry doubt into certainty. The old version doesn't upgrade, it dissolves. Abdullah was direct. When Neville doubted, he said, "You already are that. Stop denying it." Letting go opens the door, but the second step walks through it. This is where soul unfoldment begins to project instead of reflect. Most people visualize what they want. Neville didn't. He became it. I am in Barbados. You don't ask the field. You tell it who you are. Not, I will be in Barbados. I am in Barbados. Don't deny your birthright. It's encoded in your soul. Assume it's yours and it will automatically unfold.
The world is a magnified mirror, magnifying everything you are conscious of being. The reality you experience is a mirror of your expectations. Well, go back to what we said earlier. It is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom, and the kingdom of God is within you.
In December 1939, Neville wanted to go home for Christmas, back to Barbados, but he had $4 to his name. A ticket cost over $200. It was the Great Depression. Food lines, empty wallets, hope in short supply. He visited Abdullah and said, "I want to go to Barbados for Christmas." Abdullah didn't blink. He said, You are in Barbados. Then he walked Neville out and slammed the door. That was the teaching. Not to wish for it, to be it. Now, assume you are there, the warmth, the air, the scent of the ocean. He wasn't imagining. He was remembering something that hadn't happened yet. Snow pressed against the window. But in his soul, the tropics bloomed. And the feeling? It didn't ask the quantum field. It instructed it. 3 weeks later, a ticket to Barbados arrived from a relative he hadn't spoken to for years.
Waste no time trying to change the outside, change the within or the impression, and the without or expression will take care of itself.
He told Abdullah the good news, to which he replied, "You know, Neville, when you return from Barbados, you will have been reborn. The old self must dissolve. The new self must feel real now, before reality has the chance to catch up."
Dare to believe in the reality of your assumption, and watch the world play its part in bringing it to pass.
So far, you've done 2 things most people never will, so you're ready for step 3. Step 1. You accepted the dissolving of the old self, the version that struggled, that doubted, that accepted less. Gone. Step 2. You felt the wish fulfilled. Not someday. Not hoping. You lived from it now. I am wealthy. I am free. The creases in your soul are weakening. The signal is broadcasting into the quantum field. But here's the most important final step, and most don't have the courage for the 3rd step. Persistence. Do you have the courage to persist? To act outwardly on what you've already seen inwardly? When no one believes you, when doubt surrounds you like smoke, when every voice says, "Be realistic," will you fold your soul back up? Or will you stand inside your assumption until the world bends? Neville didn't just feel once. He persisted. It took him 8 nights of living discharged in consciousness before the army released him. 3 weeks of sleeping in Barbados before the ticket appeared. He didn't check the mailbox. He didn't beg for signs. He held the signal until the world had no choice but to obey. Doubt is the final test. Not to see if you believe, but to see if you'll persist when nothing shows up. It takes courage to persist. But always remember, this is your divine birthright, already within you. You carry everything you need. It's time to let it out. Be bold, be brave, be courageous.
Do not waste one moment in regret, for to think feelingly of the mistakes of the past is to reinfect yourself. By persisting in the assumption that you already are the person you want to be, you rise above all doubt, fear, and belief in the power of outside conditions or circumstances. Do you always turn to your imagination, and no matter what happens, do you remain faithful to the state imagined? If you do, you have passed the test. But if every little rumor, doubt, or fear can move you around like a pawn on a chessboard, then you are not keeping the faith. Repeat after me. Whatever I believe, if I persist in it, I will realize it. Whatever I believe. If I persist in it, I will realize it.
Dissolve, feel, persist. So now you know, this isn't manifestation, this is dominion. You've dissolved the old. You've activated the projection. You've learned to persist. You've made it where others give up. You've held the signal while the world stayed silent. Now it's your turn to declare it. Type it in the comments, in all capital letters. My soul unfolds now. And as you do, you'll feel the fold loosen, reality begin to shift. And most importantly, you will inspire others to do the same. We are one family, on the same journey, and we need to stick together, work together. Type it, and you will feel it. Declare it, my soul is unfolding. Subscribe as we are releasing a full feature-length documentary on Abdullah soon, with unseen pictures from the newspapers and other sources. You won't want to miss it.
All that you behold, though it appears without, it is within, in your imagination, of which this world of mortality is but a shadow. You already are that which you seek. Stop denying it. Live there, not as wish but as fact. For if you will assume your desire and live there as though it were true, no power on earth can stop it from becoming fact. You do not need to earn it. It is the Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom, not as reward, not as debt owed, but as your divine inheritance. You are not becoming, you are revealing. For the soul unfolds not by effort, but by assumption. So I ask you now, will you dare to persist when the world offers no evidence? Will you live from the end, even when the senses mock you? For if you do, reality has no choice but to rearrange itself. That which I have done, I have done. Do nothing. The world must now follow.
Thank you, Neville. Thank you, Abdullah, for bringing us these teachings. To you both, we are forever grateful.